You haven't lived until you've heard the show Americans are talking about. The show that launches its listeners to the height of humanity. The audio hour that travels the landscape of adventure. The sound that comforts more than the clip of your first bolt. It's the Ogden Outdoor Adventure Show!
Our Outdoor Adventure summits the airwaves. This is the Ogden Outdoor Adventure Show. I'm your host, R. Brandon Long. I'll be with you for the next about 40 minutes. Along for the ride is the best co-host in all the land, Todd to the top. Todders, how are you?
All is well. How do I sound today?
Oh, God, good. Very good.
I sound good.
Yeah, you sound good. We're hanging out inside the Monarch in Banyan 1, inside the Monarch, in the heart of the Nine Rails Arts District. On this week's show, we have a weekly happy. It was a bad day for a French skier on the docket, so we'll give you some events coming up. And in the news, a ski report. Guess the ski report. It's so deep out there. Kazi upgrades, up for air results. Utahns at the Olympics. Snowmobiler Abbey death. SLC surgeon dies at Solitude, and JaPOW. We'll give you something worth watching. A Gear 30 segment. I have some information. I have some news on Gear 30, by the way. A beef. Should I call it a beef? I don't know. I got something.
I'd say this is a place to disclose it.
Yeah, okay. I got a beef.
Seems like a safe place.
Yeah, it's a safe place. Okay. So I have a Gear 30 segment that includes Marmot and used gear and my beef, I guess. My beef. A Myland segment, which includes a mass swarm of dead fish and the Great Salt Lake, unrelated, or are they? Quote of the week, Outdoor Jukebox. All of this and more on the Ogden Outdoor Adventure Show, episode 385, Ondra, Olympics, and JaPOW. So let's charge.
Summits with the agility of a mountain goat, flashes routes faster than UPS, is more intimate in the mountains than Jake Gyllenhaal. He's Todd to the top.
I think already I would have done beef, dead fish, and JaPOW. I like JaPOW. JaPOW would have kept
beef.
Because you said you had some beef.
Oh yeah, but I just threw it in there so no one would know. Yeah, beef,
dead fish,
and JaPOW.
Definitely dead fish and JaPOW.
Okay, all right. Hang out.
Yours are good, but I'm just saying mine might
Yours
be
are probably better.
Dead fish.
Yeah. Okay. There's a weird third guy drinking beer in our trailer.
It happens.
That's my official title. Weird guy.
Weird guy in the trailer. Should we even introduce you, or should we just call you weird guy in the trailer the whole time? Okay.
Weird guy drinking a beer.
Okay.
I think we'll just leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that. All right. Chime in, weird guy drinking a beer.
Can I get one of those cool intros like that?
Well, if you keep showing up like this, you will have your own. It'll be like, dum, dum, dum.
You're going to have to put in more than one episode.
Weird guy drinking a beer. And let's see if any
3 episodes you get a song.
Okay, 3 episodes.
Weird guy drinking a beer in the trailer. Something.
Nailed it.
Something like that.
That's perfect.
Okay, good enough. Right.
It should just be the wah, wah.
I do have that, yeah, but I think I overused that.
You're saving that?
Yeah, I think I'm saving that. All right.
Probably a good idea.
All right, this week's Weekly Happy. Sorry about that, people on the video. I had it focused on weird guy drinking a beer, so we get to see who that was. I'm going to share my screen. Let's see if this works. It's going to, I think so. Screen layout, press shift. Oh, no, wait. Share screen. Yeah, let's do it. There it is. We want to share this one here, the one on the left, because you have to watch this one for full effect. So you can listen to it, and I'll explain it. French, this is a weekly happy, although it wasn't a happy day for this guy, but I was cracking up because the commentators. French skier Yannick Bertrand. It's the Olympics, so we're into all the ski sports right now.
Olympics have begun.
Yeah, this is, but he straddled a gate and took a mean shot to the groin during the FIS World Cup Super G race in Norway, but this was February 2015, and so let's go ahead and listen to let's see if we can hear this. Is it making any noise? Well, that's not good. Oh, here it is. Here
Frenchman Yannick Bertrand through the S-turn. Yannick Bertrand.
Because they mic them. They mic them as they go down.
You could hear it.
You could hear it.
And if you're a man, you could feel it. Wow, watch this again.
Right to the groin.
Oh, the Frenchman.
The commentator.
Oh, monsieur.
Bertrand.
Wow, the boys took a beating on that one. That guy needs a hug. Those are the moments that change your life if you're a man, I tell you what.
Oh, God. Ski
I was
racing.
listening to some downhill, and they always
Oh, my
mic
God.
the athletes, and it's usually just like, but never like that.
Not that.
Oh, Bertrand.
That was pretty.
Oh my God, that's brilliant.
It sucks.
I want that on a loop. Just
That's true. I have it recorded. I can get it, so I can add it to the board, and it might be Weird Beard Guy's introduction. So it's like
But then we have to somehow include Bertrand.
Yeah, Bertrand.
Bertrand.
That's-
Oh, that's happy. That's happy. Maybe not to the boys. but
one
that's happy
man's
for me.
bad day is another man's happy day. All right, so that was
Thank you for
Hopefully
that.
he's fixed already.
yeah. He is now. Okay, on the docket there. So Austin's up at Basin on the weekends. Your kid's a skier, right? Sorry, I'm a weird guy who drinks a beer in the trailer.
He has a name as
Yeah,
well.
Austin.
That's all you need.
He's our neighbor, actually. So.
Yeah, my son skis on the ski team up at Snowbasin.
Yeah. So you're up there often. So you, I'm assuming, have been able to take advantage of the tap takeovers up at Earl's Plaza on the weekends. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm there all day.
Okay. I'm going to turn your mic up because for some reason it doesn't feel like it's as loud as it should be. What we want to do is hear you really well.
Hello.
Yeah, you're just
that's better.
You're just soft spoken. Okay, so a rundown of the tap takeover at Earl's the left. This is what's left for the rest of the season. So this weekend it's Roosters. Cheers, Roosters. We're drinking Roosters right now, actually.
Cheers to Roosters.
UTOG is the week after, the 19th and the 21st, and then but this weekend's Valentine's Day. It's Roosters up there. Then it's Sawtooth Brewing out of Idaho.
Oh, they're awesome.
Then Wasatch Brewing on March 5th and 6th. And then KiiTOS Brewing out of Utah, March 12th and 13th. RoHa Brewing, again out of Utah, 19th and 20th. Melvin on the 26th and 27th. And then Squatters on April 2nd and 3rd. And that's your tap takeover lineup. There, you don't even have to ski. You can go up there and just drink the beer.
It's
You can do
probably
that.
cheaper.
I think
It depends on how much you
I
drink.
think I did that last time I was there. Actually.
Did you? Just it's like it's beer time. Yeah.
It's Saturday.
Just like
Lines
that.
are long.
That's a good lineup.
Yeah. All right. So on the docket, February 8th through 9th, WWSRA Intermountain demo at Snowbasin. So this is an industry gig. This is not necessarily open to. Well, it's not open to.
What are all those letters?
WWSRA.
Quick, on the spotlight.
Don't know it. I don't know it.
Did you know any of the letters?
No. Winter.
That's not a letter.
WWSRA. That could be one of the W's.
Sales Rep Association or something. Western something Sales Rep Association, I think. So what they're doing is they're saying, hey, buyers of goods, you should demo these skis and snowboards and see if you'd like to bring them into your shop. And so they'll be up there. I'll be up at Basin on 8th and 9th. So it's Wednesday and Thursday this week. But I'm just giving you a heads up so that if you're up at Basin, you see a bunch of booths and stuff, and you're like, oh, I want to demo some stuff. I don't think it's open to the. Pretty sure it's not open to the public. It's an industry deal. It's why it's during the week. Usually when it's open to the public, they'll do it on a Saturday. More on that coming up.
Listen, it's up to you. They'll probably turn you away, but give it a shot. See if you can get in.
I did it one time.
It's not on us.
I went and tested.
You did?
Yeah, I went.
But I don't know if it was this one. It was probably a demo, but not this.
It was a demo
particular
day. I know
Yeah.
that.
Did you look legit
I tried.
that day?
Maybe.
I'd say
I
give it
might
a
have
shot.
known somebody. I don't know.
Anything in particular you're looking forward to trying?
No. Well, maybe.
Do you know who will be there yet?
I mean, so for snowboarding, there's only a few brands that I really enjoy. So I'm going to try, but they produce so many different snowboards that I'll probably ride different boards from either Solomon and Jones, K2 and Arbor. I'm hoping they're all there, and then I'll just demo those. But we at Gear 30 we carry K2, Jones, and Solomon, and I haven't ridden their full lineups, and so it'd be nice to ride them all just so I can talk about them when customers come in. Cause
You know what I might suggest you do is you pair each snowboard with a particular beer.
I was gonna say whiskey.
Make
but
like a
beer's a good idea.
recommendation.
Yeah,
Whiskey maybe a shorter day. For you.
Snowboard beer.
yeah, it's snowboard beer. Like
Like if I were
this-
to pair, like what
Right.
would you suggest with?
That's such
Wow.
a good
certain-
idea.
Wow.
I love that.
Mind
So-
blowing.
Yeah, so we have it was Andy and myself. We started that Facebook page, Gear on the Rocks, and the idea was that we were going to do reviews, and we would go
Whiskey.
gear reviews,
Right.
and we'd pair it with a whiskey, and it would be like this, or we would drink whiskey while we were giving the review, and
Did you
Gear
get,
on the Rocks.
Did you even get one episode under
We
your belt?
zero.
Just forgot to.
So you drink a lot
Forgot
of
to
whiskey,
record?
no
But
review.
we got a Facebook page and we drank whiskey. So,
that's funny.
it's funny. Todd, I'm going to ask you, so I'm going to see if you can move that camera because you're to the left of it. So we need to move the camera so that you're centered just a touch more. That looks so much better. Yeah, right there. That's perfect.
I'm going to stay right here.
Yeah, that looks really good. Okay, perfect. Good job. All right, so that's 8th and 9th. The 10th Ogden Avalanche B Street Speaker Series. It's the last one this Thursday. If you haven't been out, come on out this Thursday. This week's topic is rescue. That is from 6-ish to 9. And we drink and we talk about avalanche danger, and it's a lot of fun. The 11th through the 13th is backcountry yurt trip through the Weber Outdoor Program, Bloomington Canyon. There's an avalanche beacon demo at Powder Mountain on February 11th. And then the 18th and 19th is the Banff Mountain Film Festival at Piers Egyptian Theater. If you don't have your tickets yet, jump online, grab the tickets. There is a fundraiser, actually, for the Snowbasin Ski Foundation, which our stranger from next door is child participates
What days
in.
is that? Friday, Saturday,
Yeah.
or Saturday, Sunday?
That is
It's a
it's
great
Saturday.
program, yeah.
Saturday, Sunday.
I go every year to that. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh my gosh, we love
So
it.
fun.
So that's coming up in 2 weeks, I believe.
This year I want to win some cheese.
Something, for crying out loud. We didn't
Jeez,
never
that
win
was-
anything.
I think I would have won a headlamp once.
That's
Shut
pretty
up.
good.
Which was
Actually.
Get out
Yeah,
of the trailer.
Yeah, it was
There's
great.
losers in this trailer. If you've won something, you can get out. How many years now? We've won nothing.
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 We've gotten some
We don't
free
win a damn
kick-ass
thing.
coffee.
That's true.
Oh, the kicking
true.
horse.
Which
coffees.
I'm sorry, kicking
Worth
horse.
it.
Oh, I guess it is kick-ass coffee though.
Kick ass,
really is,
kicking horse,
yeah.
one of those.
And I'm trying to
It's
think
still
what other
amazing.
freebie stuff, and that's about it. We have yet to win anything. So I'm setting my bar
Low.
towards low-ish, and
Low-ish.
there's usually
Oh,
Is
there
it
was the
beehive
trip
cheese
to
that you-
Banff
is it-
that I won. I totally forgot.
oh, just that.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, just kidding.
February 16th, Winter Trail Series Full Moon Snowshoe. That is through the Weber Outdoor Program. Also, you don't have to be a student. You can bear break. You can be general public. They'll just charge you more. I had to do that because I'm getting.
He's a pro. See, he brought 2 beers in here.
I
Like, I
told-
brought
I'm-
one. I'm the weird guy drinking the
But
beer.
here's the
and
deal.
I only
Let me know when you're done, and I'll take the camera off of you, and then they'll never even know. It's like magic.
Oh,
Camera magic. The
oh,
camera's
really?
not on you. It's on
Really?
you right now. You could
hand
leave and
signals.
grab a beer.
Can I, like hand
and then-
signals. Like
yeah, and then I'll do this. I'm like, watch. I'm going to open this beer here.
So that's pretty good.
That was your cue to get another beer, Austin, and you didn't even leave. Now the camera's on you.
That's like a Banyan side hustle is beer sound effects.
Beer sound effects. We do it professionally. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the Powder Mountain 50th anniversary celebrations, the 19th through the 21st, and the Rose Club Ride Night. That is Ride Night, at Powder Mountain. That's a ladies' night essentially at Powder Mountain. It's $18 for the evening, and that is February 21st, and then another one on March 21st. March 5th is the Adapt Demo Day. So that is a demo day that's open to the public. It's $30. You pay $30, and then you can go demo gear all day on March 5th. Austin, write that down. March 5th.
March 5th.
Yep, demo stuff.
I'm there.
Okay. Run to the Hills. That will be at Nordic Valley. That's with Ogden Avalanche on March 12th. Ogden Avalanche Backcountry Base Camp is March 19th and 20th. March 25th, Winter Trail Series cross-country ski at Weber Outdoor Program at North Fork Park. And then March 26th is the SSCF Snowbasin Town Challenge. That's where you and some friends get together and race other people at Snowbasin. And then the Turn and Burn race at Powder Mountain. That's sort of turned into a cult classic. That's April 2nd. And the end of season party. Says April 9th, but damn it, if it doesn't snow soon, it may be sooner than that at poor Powder Mountain and every place else because there's no snow in the forecast. Also, have you seen any of the forecast? It's terrible.
I have not
It's
seen
pretty
it.
dry
No.
for 10 days.
It's painful.
Yeah, it's not good. All right, our guest in studio this week is the strange guy from next door.
Is he a guest when he just shows up?
No. I mean, he was like, I said, Austin, do you want to come on the show? He said no, and then he just showed up.
I've been on the waiting list for how long? Like 2 years, I think.
2 years on the waiting
But you
list.
know what happens? This is exactly what happens when I don't shut the studio doors. Every single time I forget to shut the studio doors.
I did close the door to the beer fridge, just so you know.
Step
then
one.
you can stay.
Step one.
That's the big rule that we have. So thank you very much. Yeah.
We were going over our rules before the podcast. We don't have many, but shutting the beer fridge door is one of them. So thanks, Austin.
No problem.
In the news,
I will put an offer out though. Speaking of which, and
Yeah.
so if anybody wants to come down at some point when we're here,
come down.
and defrost the beer fridge.
Oh yeah, we need that.
You
done,
can
too.
have 3 beers.
At least a beer. For crying out loud.
I will offer 3 beers if somebody wants to come down and defrost the beer fridge. I'm just putting it out there. I just don't like defrosting fridges and freezers.
I have a I have a ski report. I don't know. It's zeros.
You need to
across the
stretch it
board.
out. You have 10 minutes for this ski report.
Oh my God.
10-minute ski report.
Yeah, 10-minute ski report. Okay, I can do that. Out to ski area. 24 hours, 0 inches. 48 hours.
You're still
0
you're
inches.
still at 10 minutes.
Base is 82 inches. Temperature today is 39 degrees. Oh, this is funny. It says now 39 degrees, but the high is supposed to be 30. So that's not adding up. Beaver's at a 55-inch base. Bryan Head's at a 40. Brighton's at 69. Cherry Peak 37. Deer Valley 46. Eagle Point 60. Nordic's at 30. Rode Nordic the other day. Oh my God, I love that mountain. It is such a fun, cute little mountain.
The new lift is pretty cool.
I didn't. So I went night. So I didn't make it over to I actually got there right as they were closing it down. But yeah, how's the new lift, Austin?
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah. Okay, that tells me everything.
That
I
was
need
a
to know.
thorough description. Thank you very much. The visual.
2
in my
thumbs
head.
up. No, it's a nice fast lift. You get a bunch of people on it. It was nobody over there when I was over there, so.
Fast is good. That's a good
But
descriptive
it's
word.
yeah. Go get
Is there
on
any
it. Just
snow
Put
over
your
there?
butt
I mean,
on it and go.
There's a lot of. Yeah, it is a touch higher on the mountain, right?
Yeah, get a little elevation, yeah.
The elevation. Just quit giving him beers, Todd.
I want you to say
I got a little excited, okay?
I need you to say elevation.
Elevation.
Elevation. The new
Thankfully,
lift
you did not give me whiskey.
it does give you a little more elevation.
We have whiskey if you want
Oh,
some
this
whiskey,
is a
though.
good
I mean,
start.
No.
This is a good
I
start.
just
Okay.
got a little excited. That's all.
Yeah, I don't know.
It happens.
I do so.
We are 16 minutes in a 40-minute episode.
Premature elevation.
Elevation.
Oh God. Okay. All right. In the news, Causey Reservoir is going to get $11 million from who? Federal government. Upgrades are on the way, and we need the upgrades because you can't park for shit up there, and the roads are bad and all that stuff. So that's
that
where the
on
money
the
is
application.
going. It's
Why do you need $11 million?
because you can't park for shit up there. That's why it's
Well, I can see where maybe at least $2 million of that is going. What else are they doing over
I
there?
can do this. Oh, that's cool. Wow. I'm just playing with the live stream. $11+ million plus $175,000 input from the county. Okay, well that's nice.
Thanks, County.
On top of road improvements around Causey, another $1 million+ bucket of funding will be used to upgrade and expand parking lots around the reservoir and create a ramp into the water for emergency craft, according to Sean Harwood, who heads the U.S. Forest Service's Ogden's Ranger District. We should have him on the show one time, Todd. I think that'd be a good get.
I'd like that, yeah.
Yeah, I'll reach out. Those improvements funded with the federal Great American Outdoors Act money will be completed in tandem with the $11.45 million in road upgrades, because the roads up there are a little bouncy and stuff. When the weather is warm, the sides of the narrow roads that wind around Causey Reservoir, located about 11 miles east of Huntsville, filled with parked cars, paddle boarders, kayakers, and others traverse the road to and from the water access points, creating at times a chaotic, congested ambiance. It's not an ambiance, it's situation. It's bad up there. I mean, if you've been up there in the summer, it's
a popular spot, and I think it's a popular spot with reason. It's a beautiful, beautiful place to go. So that's good. That's really good news, actually.
All right, so running up for air. Who's the winners? So we've been teasing this, right? The running.
Hey, before we get to the winners,
yeah,
I'm going to take just a second. I used to be really good at this. Let's see how we do.
Camera's on you.
You ready?
Wait, time out. Wait, no, I'm not ready. Where's my mouse? Ready?
I think I coined one of the first live. Let's see if I can. Okay, you ready? That was a good pop.
It was a good pop.
It was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, as you were.
Was that a red ale?
Yeah. I enjoy this red ale. In fact, it's probably one of my favorites that they did me cry.
Yeah. Thanks, Roosters.
Thank you, Roosters.
All right, so I don't think you can read that on this when I do the share screen thing. I'm going to have to share screen.
I can't hear what you're seeing.
You can't. There we go. That's better.
It's a reason to watch the YouTube, but for instance, I'm not watching it right now.
So we did the 2022 Running Up for Air in Ogden. This is where you summit Malin's as many times as you can in a 6-hour, 12-hour, or 24-hour period.
And their goals were ridiculously high.
Yes. Okay, so the one did fantastic. The other one, we're going to have to talk to Eric Manning, because I think he did one lap, and maybe that was all he wanted to do. So
he did a podcast at the top.
The beer's more important. Yeah, that's probably what.
So you run to the top of Malin's for a beer,
and then come back down,
and have another beer,
and then
I think the beer part is unofficial.
Yeah,
that's
that part
not
is
necessarily
not. Yeah.
Part of
this
it.
is actually a fundraiser to clean air, but the winner of the whole shebang, and we've done Malin's. Have you done Malin's, Austin?
No, I have not.
You have not. Okay, so you're okay. What have you hiked around here? Waterfall. Okay, it's tougher than Waterfall.
I'd say one of these weekends, put down the beer for a couple of hours. Get outside.
Go up to the top of Malin's.
Go to the top of Malin's. You'll love it.
I haven't done that or Ben Lomond.
Oh, you got to do Ben Lomond. Ben Lomon's great. All right. Well, it's not easy.
What was the winner?
Okay, so the winner's Reed Woolsey from Barnardsville, North Carolina.
Bernardsville.
Yeah, thanks. Okay.
North Carolina.
Any guess how many laps he did? So you have 24 hours. And you got to go up and back down. So to give you an idea, it takes about an hour. Most people who go up it takes about an hour up, and then a little faster on the way down. Of course, 24 hours to do this, but it's.
Yeah. I don't even know what to guess.
Okay, the winner, he did 12 laps.
Well, I was gonna say 12 laps.
12 laps.
12 laps. The second place finisher was. And this is the 24-hour, was Zach Jarvis from Mesa, Arizona, who clocked 11 laps.
Nice.
Unfreaking believable. So that's fantastic. Now, Karen Bishop from Ogden, who I know Karen. She was third place overall.
Jeez.
And the number one female, and she clocked in 7 laps on Malin's, which is just
Karen
ridiculous.
needs to come talk about that.
Karen needs to come talk about that.
I want to hear all the little details.
So we have then the 12-hour one, Andrea Christensen from Saratoga Springs, within 12 hours she did 8 laps in 12 hours. So technically she did a better job than Karen.
But it was a different
different category. Yeah, 8 laps in 12 hours. And then Royce Hampton came in second, and he did 7. Well, there's a few that did 7. And then Matt Woolley from Sandy, Utah, also did 7, but in a shorter amount of time. Okay,
who else was doing it? The race?
So our friends who we had on the podcast, one was Sarah Moore. She came in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 overall in the 12-hour race.
Jeez.
And Sarah did, how many laps did she do? 5 laps.
Her goal was 6, if I remember right.
Was it really?
And so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, anything over 2 is impressive to me.
It totally is. And then in the 6 hour, Ryan Montgomery from Park City, Utah, had 5 laps, and then nobody out. Oh, yeah, 5 laps, and then no one else in the 6 hour got more than 4 laps because you only have 6 hours to do it. So Howard Wang out of Sandy was second, and then Jane Mouse, female from Salt Lake City, was third, and then our friend all the way at the bottom, Eric Manning. He only got the 1 lap. Yeah, he only got the 1 lap. And he decided he's like,
Did he hurt
beer.
himself?
It's beer time. I haven't talked to him, but I didn't do it. We didn't even try. So there's that. But
listen,
congrats to those.
We're taking time to talk about it right now, and so points.
Yeah.
As we're drinking beer in a comfy trailer. Yeah, exactly.
There's a reason we talk about this stuff and don't do.
Now, that being said, does it say how much they raised?
Oh, that'd be good. I don't know. I exited out of the.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'd be happy to look that up sometime because that's a big fundraiser for them. I know that.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so it's the Olympics, and
have you started watching anything?
Okay, this is the bad part. I haven't watched anything.
How do you stand on?
Nothing.
I know you. Do you prefer summer over winter?
I like winter better.
You like
winter better, much better actually.
I've watched a little bit of winter. It's kind of been in the background, I'll be honest, but it's icy. There's a lot of.
Austin's laughing. Is that supposed to be icy? No.
Everything is super icy and
is that
it looks
what they're
super
saying?
cold.
Oh, okay.
It looks uncomfortable.
Now, what I do know, and we'll get to this in a minute, is they should have done it in Japan because Japan's got POW.
Yeah, China
seen any
they had
of
to
that
make
powder.
all of that snow. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's not good.
It's
the
really
first time.
icy.
I think it's the first time.
Are there like palm trees and stuff?
Completely
and then there's,
man-made
like,
snow.
Okay.
I mean, it's impressive. The venues are impressive. It's always, it's fun to watch the athletes. It really is. I wish I had time to watch more.
Yeah.
Because it is always impressive, but it just looks cold and uncomfortable and super icy.
I think what throws me off is that they start it before the opening ceremonies, and then I feel like I missed stuff, and then I can't catch up, and I'm always behind, and so I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm out.
I'm done.
I'm done.
I can't catch up with a million different competitions, so I give up on all of them.
Yep, and then I just see, okay.
Maybe catch like one snowboard event.
Yeah, well, I do want to watch some of those.
Yeah,
so
those
we'll
are
see.
a blast.
All right, Olympic Roundup. Salt Lake City's Jalen Koff wins USA's second medal. That's who it was.
That was
Koff.
my tie-in
That was
with
pretty
that,
good, actually. Yeah. Okay, but who is from Utah, and how are they doing? So apparently, if you go to the University of Utah, you're a shoo-in for the Olympic Games. How are other athletes? This is from the Deseret News. Athletes with Utah ties. How are they doing, or how did they do in Sunday's medal events? Well, they're there. I don't know.
Inquiring minds want to know.
I don't know if any of them medaled, but cross country skiing, men's 30 kilometer skiathlon, Snorri Einarsson skiing for Iceland, but
I don't even think he tried. How do you even try with that?
Wow.
All right, Snorri Einarsson from Iceland. University of Utah. He went to the U from 2007, 2008. He was on the Utah ski team. He was 29th place out of 70 competitors. Speed skating, men's 500 meter. Ethan Sapurian from University of Utah. He's a current student. He's a student at the U. 17 out of 20.
What's he going to school for?
20. Men's 500 meter.
That's what he's going to school for? It's a minor. It's a minor.
It's a minor, yeah. Ski jumping, men's individual normal hill. Casey Larson from the University of Utah, 39th out of 53. And then Kevin Bickner, Park City resident, 43rd out of 53 competitors. Luge, men's singles, Chris Masder out of Salt Lake City, 8th place out of, that's pretty good, 8th place out of 20 competitors. Snowboarding, men's slopestyle, Sean Fitzsimmons, University of Utah, current student, 11th out of 12. At least he's there. Alpine skiing, men's downhill, Ryan Cochran Siegel. He goes to Westminster. He was a former student, 14th out of 42 competitors. Bryce Bennett from Westminster. All these Westminster kids, they do the men's downhill. Former student, 19th place out of 42. And then Travis Ganong, Westminster student, 20th place out of 42 competitors. So there you go. But we have... Team USA's Alex Hall qualifies for skiing big air finals, and he's from Park City, Utah. So that's cool. and it's a pretty cool event too. So the big air finals are always fun to watch.
Did you watch any Olympic events in 2002?
I did not. No.
Did you see anything, Brandon?
Like in person, no. No, I went to the opening ceremonies. I didn't see.
You
the
did go.
events. I went to the.
So
opening
you went to the
ceremonies.
opening.
I didn't live
ceremonies?
here at that time.
Oh, well, that helps explain that. Yeah, I did have a chance to see a couple. I think I saw a men's luge finals, which was the viewing was like.
So,
Wait a second. Hold on. Let me slow that down.
yeah, the other day I put on the. You can go to YouTube right now and you can just search like vintage Olympics and watch, right? And it was the Squaw Valley Olympics,
Yeah.
1960, I believe. And the commentator in the background, it showed these people sitting on the snow hill, and it said, "As long as you can hike up the hill, you can watch the event for free." You know, and it was great. And it showed these people, all these guys sitting in pine trees, like just climbing a pine tree.
Dodge a
watching the
wrench,
events.
you can dodge
a ball. It's the coolest video. And so it was free. Now, I don't know how much you paid for your tickets, Todd, but
It's how you used to go to Red Butte Garden shows.
That's
You
how
just
you used to
sneak
go.
behind
to,
and you
yeah,
were.
yeah. Now
It
everybody
was
knows.
a different time. It was a different time.
And if they don't know, they know now.
But it was a men luge that I had a chance to see, and then I also saw it was a men's snowboard. It was a day where the men just killed it and just won all the gold. And so I can't remember if it was slopestyle or if it was, I don't remember what the event was. I should remember. But if you remember right, and I think didn't you go to some closing ceremonies?
No, the opening ceremony.
Not the closing, I mean the nightly medal ceremony. Didn't you go to one of those or?
No.
Each night, I thought you had, I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
Each night at the Olympic Plaza, so down in Salt Lake, when they gave out the medals at least a second time or whatever, they brought in bands to perform, and then you could watch it, and then it was turned into a party every night, and so they brought in Foo Fighters. I think I saw one night, and
As part of your ticket, or did you have to pay extra for that?
nope, it was all just part of that. It was part of the event ticket. You could also go
sweet.
to the nightly
Yeah.
event. Yeah,
No, we took Frontrunner, because it was fairly new at the time, down,
yeah.
and then we just partied at the Olympic Plaza, whatever.
What
that
an
was. Yeah.
opportunity! How cool is that?
I did go to the Summer Olympics in Atlanta in 1996.
Nice.
So I did do some of that, but that's where I lived in 1996.
So I'm guessing, have you been watching the events this year then? Have you started watching?
I've seen some of it, not a lot, but I started watching the opening ceremonies and trying to catch up with it. But
I haven't seen
it is
the
tough.
opening yet. I saw a little bit of the women's biathlon today, which is such a strange activity.
Is that the one where they shoot?
Yep.
That's really, it's
Cross-country.
actually, so I thought it was really strange too until it was explained to me. It's like, no, you don't understand. Like, cross country skiing is one of the most intense heart rate things you can do, right? It's very intense. And then you have to calm your body and heart rate down to shoot.
Oh no,
this thing.
it's clear that they're amazing athletes. It's just, how did it become a thing? Was it like how?
I don't know, but I will tell you that when we were watching the Squaw Valley thing, and they did a little thing on the biathlon, and they were like, and we'll see if this comes back because it was not approved for the next Olympics. So so
it's relatively new.
So it skipped, and then it came back. But I think it's true. It's true to life on how you used to actually perform in the outdoors when you were the Inuit and people living off the land, and you fashioned skis to your feet, and then you would cruise around looking for something to shoot, and then you find something to shoot, and then you have to calm the body, calm the mind, and get the right shot and kill your animal. And it's like a sport that's based off of, so it's not just some made up thing, it was based off of like real life, what you used to have to do to, I guess.
If you live in Alaska or something.
Yeah.
And like
access
kind of
to
like
a
normal.
gun and
They just have a little bit better technical gear now than they
lot
probably
better,
did
a lot
back
better.
then.
Yeah.
Muskets.
They look like superheroes now.
Front-loading muskets.
Yeah, it's pretty cool
Yeah.
actually.
The
Yeah.
uniforms are impressive, but they look like superheroes.
They have Lycra, and that's
It's pretty impressive.
yeah.
Anyway, well done, USA.
If you're watching the Olympics, catch a brother up, would you? I have no idea what's going on. I haven't seen it.
I think it's still going on.
Download the NBC app,
Is that what you have?
and then you can just get alerts right to your phone. You
Okay.
don't even have to watch it.
Okay, well that's smart. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
I watched the Peacock app, which is
Yeah, that
probably
one
the version-
also.
I have
Same thing.
Peacock.
Same
Oh.
thing. Yeah.
Peacock app, and that's everything.
Yeah.
Every
okay.
the smallest activity is on there. I remember 2002, the big event for me, and I think it was because my
Horseshoes on there?
sister. Horseshoes is not, unless it's a winter horseshoe event that I was unfamiliar with.
Okay.
My sister volunteered
Ski jump.
here in Ogden for curling. She was a volunteer for curling, and so I got into curling. That winter hardcore, and so I will probably watch some curling this year. Curling is a blast.
Curling's
Wait,
actually badass.
Do you actually do curling?
No, I would
Just
love
watch
to do
it.
curling. I
Okay.
just watch it. I would actually love to do curling.
It seems fun.
It's very thoughtful, like it really is. But it's
It's strategic, and then you got
so strategic. It really is.
you got to sweep well.
Oh yeah. And you have to prep for every little one.
Yeah.
You heat up that ice,
It's really one of the funnest ones to
It
watch,
really
I
is.
think. Yeah. Okay.
but it also looks really strange. It's a great event.
It's entertaining. It
Yeah, for
certainly
sure.
is.
I think it's underrated. I do think it's underrated. I think that there's.
But
a
it's
lot of
not.
skill
It's
there.
becoming the cool thing now.
I
to
hope
watch
it is.
curling.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Okay. Snowmobiler died in avalanche west
Oh!
of West Yellowstone. I'm
Oh.
just
You gonna prepare
transitioning.
us at all?
No. I'm not,
Wow.
I'm not.
Jeez.
To the jugular.
I would have just start bringing it down. Start bringing it down. The
Okay. You want me to bring it down?
height of curling to a snowmobile.
Snowmobiler died in avalanche, which is really sad. But I will say, I was leaving to come to the studio today, and I was presented this book, The Avalanche Dragons.
Oh, nice.
Mountain Mount Rangers. They wanted us to sell it. Want us to sell it in our shop, which I don't care. I don't sell it in the shop, but I haven't even looked at it. So
It's like a
it's like a
informational
cartoon
book or
informational book.
activity.
Oh, there's a dragon in. Oh, then it's for Abby and Luke, which I'm assuming are his kids.
And it's for avalanche
You
safety.
wander among the mountains and find what you seek. That is awesome. And it's about, I am assuming, avalanche safety. Yes, because how cool is that?
So it's like a children's book for
Children's
avalanche
book
safety.
for avalanche safety. And this is brilliant. Okay, I'm going to hold this up again. This is free advertising.
So this is for the kids that can't go to the B Street.
Yes, yeah. Avalanche Dragons. It's like not focusing. Focus. There you go. Avalanche Dragons by Aaron. Oh, it might be a female. My bad. C. McCrea. By Aaron C. McCrea, contributing editor Fritz Sperry. And Aaron's, it's E-R-I-N, so I'm assuming that's female, but I don't know. Card
So
is in
this
here.
would have been at least a good transition into avalanches, but then we're still going to be going from a children's book to an avalanche death.
So this, if you read this, okay, this may help prevent deaths. And the reason we're going to talk about that is because there was a terrible accident. Is that better?
So much
Is
better.
that better? Okay. Right outside of Yellowstone, a snowmobiler died over the weekend when an avalanche swept him into trees in the Lionhead area west of West Yellowstone in the Gallatin National Forest. The Avalanche Center reported Monday. The man was partially buried in Sunday's shallow slide, and efforts to resuscitate him were unsuccessful. Center officials said his name has not been released. It's the third avalanche death in Montana this season. Minnesota snowmobilers Jesse and Carl Thielen were killed on December 27th north of Cook City, Park County officials said. The Colorado Avalanche Information Center has reported 9 avalanche deaths this winter season, including 4 snowmobilers. It's God damn, that sucks. That sucks. Avalanches suck. I hate them. And then one knocked out I didn't include it in our news stories, but one killed a mountaineer too. A really good mountaineer, I think in Patagonia this last week as well. So
It's too bad they didn't have the book.
if they would have had the knowledge, they might still be alive. Another unfortunate situation. Salt Lake City transplant surgeon died in a skiing accident. He died at Sawtooth. Salt Lake City transplant surgeon has died in a skiing accident at Sawtooth Mountain Resort southeast of Salt Lake City. Officials say Dr. Andrew Gagnon is only 38 years old of Cottonwood Heights, had been skiing with his wife, but was skiing alone on an expert level terrain on Thursday at about noon when he went off this is crazy. He went off a 100-foot cliff, 30-meter cliff. He was wearing a helmet, but it didn't. I mean, geez, it's a 100-foot cliff. He tumbled down the steep slope into rocks and trees for another 500 to 600 feet. Was wearing a helmet, but didn't work. Rescue.
That's super sad.
It's terrible.
The thoughts to his family.
Rescue teams made life-saving efforts, but Gagnon was declared dead at about 12:40 p.m. It says here in the story, this is from Out There, Colorado. Gagnon's colleagues at Intermountain Healthcare and Canyon Surgical Associates said Gagnon was an outdoor enthusiast who lived for his family, patients, and fellow caregivers. And because of his surgical talents, he was instrumental in growing the Intermountain Healthcare Transplant Services program, and in doing so, saved hundreds of lives. He was a man who saved lives, and he died too young. Too young. That's not good. And finally, in news, JaPOW. If you're looking for powder, hint, it's not in Ogden, Utah. It is in Hokkaido. Do you know how to say that?
I do not know.
Japan. It's in Japan. Go to Japan. What a relief. All is right in the world. The good folks in Hokkaido, Japan, I'm butchering that, I'm sure, are skiing ridiculously deep powder at the moment. The American West is dry as a bone, except for Taos. But knowing that people are still skiing JaPOW gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling inside. It's just right, you know. This is from Unofficial Networks.
It's happening somewhere, folks.
It is happening somewhere, and that is good. Oh, I do have another news. Oh, no, this is Gear 30 segment. I think I moved this to the Gear 30 segment, which is fine. Oh, I do have where's my worth watching, though? Oh, this worth watching is so good. Okay. I'm going to throw this is up here.
Podcast listeners look forward to this segment
Yeah.
every week.
So
section.
those of you on the podcast, this gives you a reason to cruise on over to the YouTube and watch this beautiful. Whoa, it's loud. So this film is called Soft. It's here on Vimeo. It's filmed in Japan. I'm going to make this big so y'all can see it.
Does it have something to do with powder?
So it's a pretty. It seems like a somewhat boring. Okay, so
Describe it to me.
Austin, you'd appreciate this. These shots from the start of this film, it's like the start of this film, they're all still shots, right? So the camera is fixed in place. It's the motion that happens in the still shot that's very interesting. Like here's a Japanese man who chucks a cigarette, takes an ice pick to his driveway. A beautiful shot of apartments, and then the snowboarder goes through the middle there. Another Japanese man spraying down his truck, probably spraying the salt or ice off it. I'm not sure. Still shot of a beautiful countryside here in Japan with snow everywhere. And now look at this still shot here. See the border up at the top, and he's cruising down those steps. But the camera doesn't move. It's just what moves through the frame. And here's a still shot right here. Oh, this one's great. The windows, and you see the border go by, the snowboarder go by. And I just love all those still shots, and then it's what moves through the frame, and it makes this a beautiful opening to a snowboard film. It's called Soft. It's on Vimeo, and then finally we're going to follow this pedestrian here in Japan, and then follow a snowboarder, and now the camera's actually moving and following the rider through some POW going down the street, which is pretty cool. But I like the way the opening segment appears. It's a little bit unusual, a little more cinematic, you know.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool actually. So there you go. That's worth watching. It is called Soft, and it is let's see how many. It's about a 14:35 minute film.
How many views right now? Is it worth my time?
Does Vimeo tell you?
Yep, I think it does.
How do I exit? It was 3 years ago, and 185,000 views.
Done.
185,000.
Anything over 100, I'll maybe consider.
100 views or 100,000?
100,000, I'll maybe think about
You're
it.
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, well, that's worth watching, I think.
Hold on a second.
It's awesome. It's 3 years old, so.
Soft.
Gear 30 segment. Who's your favorite climber, Todd? Let's see if you can guess this.
You were back in the day.
Thank you.
I have to clarify back in the day. Sorry.
It was so long ago when I could. I can't climb stairs now, Todd. I can't.
Climbed into the bed last night.
I climbed into bed last night.
I climbed out of the trailer for a beer.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah.
Don't break the fantasy for the listeners. Come on.
Okay. Adam Ondra, he's sort of hot these days, you know. So who did he sign with? He signed with Mammut. Mammut and Adam Ondra have teamed up. How is branding important to professional climbing? Well, let me tell you.
it helps them do the things that they do.
Yeah. Mammut is one of several outdoor companies vying for the top spot in an increasingly competitive market. Their recent acquisition of the world's strongest climber appears in line with their efforts to lead the outdoor industry. And so, listen, if you want to climb like Ondra, you better go buy some Mammut or you're never going to get there. Do you know that Mammut's a 160-year-old brand?
No, I didn't know that, but I do like Mammut. I like them quite a bit, in fact.
Yeah. They're awesome. We carried them for a short time in Gear 30, and they're expensive, but they're a great brand.
They do last a while.
Yeah.
I'd say if you can't necessarily climb like he can, then you could at least look good.
That's the point.
The logo's quite nice too.
It's cool.
So it's cool to just wear that around.
Done.
It done.
That's all we're looking for.
Done. And, Todd, I think we skipped the guest segment of the show.
Yeah, that's why we got this guy.
That's what I mean. He just walked. I mean, I didn't even introduce. I didn't say what he does. I didn't do anything.
We were keeping the mystery up to this moment.
Okay, we can keep it.
Because now people are like,
well,
no, really, who is that?
Yeah, really.
Is it someone like super famous?
Kinda.
Is it like a sneak?
I mean,
like
around here, yeah.
Guest?
Yeah. It is a sneak
Around
guest.
here, what do you mean? We have to get real small.
Ogden.
Okay, like maybe even more localized.
The Monarch.
Monarch.
And maybe even more, like, let's even focus a little bit smaller than
Like
that.
Studio 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's
Studio 1, 2, and 3.
And 3.
Three.
And 3.
Represented
Representing
in
Studio 3
in one
today.
place. In one small trailer.
In one small trailer. Do you know how much money's in this trailer right now? Worth?
With just the human collateral.
Human collateral. Yeah, I'm not talking about the microphones.
Dozens of
It's
dollars.
badass. That's
It
all
is
I got
dozens
say.
of dollars.
It's so many dozens.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's at least a fraction of a Bitcoin.
All right, so
That's
this
kind
is
of a
your,
lot,
This is your
actually.
2 minutes of fame. I think this is probably a good chance to get to know you just a little bit. So, Studio 3 in the Monarch, in the heart of the Nine Rose Creative District,
And
is-
40. 3 and 40.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'm straddling
You
the
could
fence
not
here.
be contained.
I'm East Coast, West Coast. East side, West side.
It's for your
You can't hold me down.
personalities. It's your different personalities.
can't
You're
hold me
feeling a
down.
little bit of this. You go here.
Eh,
One a little bit more of a working studio. One of more of a presentation studio. Is that the idea?
yeah, exactly.
Okay, so let's.
I'm going to turn the light on behind you, so you keep talking. Austin.
This is just getting.
There's
dark.
lights behind me.
We've been here so long, it's now getting so dark. Well, let's get to know you just a little bit better. Have you been on the show before, technically?
Technically, no.
This is your
No.
first time.
No, I just show up outside the trailer.
And he always
I just grab a couple
outside.
of beers and
He
I
usually says stay outside.
shut the beer fridge and I listen from the adjacent room.
Okay, so it wasn't you that left it open.
Definitely not.
Okay, so
It was totally somebody
the
else.
mystery goes on. So what do you do here at the Monarch?
I print photos on metal.
If we were
and-
to take that back just a step two, do you take the photos as well?
yes.
So you're
not
photographer.
all.
So
of them,
photography?
but yeah, but
Well, you know.
the good ones.
Not the ones in the trailer.
So you do the work for photographers. So you work for photographers,
Yeah.
but you also print your own work as well.
Yeah, that's right. So I do the photography, print it on metal, and then if someone else wants it, then yeah, for sure. I
So
have
why
the
metal?
equipment. I like it.
Because it's more expensive?
Yeah. No.
That's okay. I like to print on wood. So why? Just because.
Yeah, just
I
because.
don't know
It's
why.
cool.
No, printing on aluminum it's a really nice product. It's designed for photographic reproduction.
I was going to say that.
Well, that's what it's made for. The product that I use is called Chromolux, but that's what it's built for. I mean, it's made in Kentucky, just for this purpose. But you don't need a frame for it, so you just print right on it. Boom, goes on the wall. I don't like framing. I never liked framing. I don't like cutting glass. None of that. So this is just a nice product.
This is a man, Brandon, that can't be framed in. You can't frame him in.
You can't frame me.
No, but where you can look at your art and look at behind Todd's head right now, that is not on metal, but that is printed by you right there. I should mention the photographer did a hell of a job on that.
That's stock art, correct?
No,
that's your work.
I took the photo, but we don't need to talk about how much post work that Austin had to do to make it printable.
Well, you gave me a file.
Is it based in truth? The photo is
I
based
did a
in
little
reality.
touch up
Based
on
in
it, but it
it's
worked
based in
out.
truth. Yeah. Oh God. No. Yeah. So how do you do that? How do you look at a photo and be like, okay, listen, without pissing off the person who gave you the photo, it's like, do you mind if I make this better so it looks better on metal? Like, how do you do that?
I knew you had a good photo, but when you sent it to me, it had gotten decompressed or whatever down to like 72 dpi or whatever.
72. What is that? A thumbnail? You sent him like a little thumbnail picture.
So the original file we couldn't find, right? So we were like, "Well, give me the original file." You couldn't find it, so I was like, "Okay, I'll work some magic on it and give it a little more detail."
But look, it turned
Nicely
out.
done,
Look
yeah.
at that. Yeah. But he had to make it sharper, and it looks good.
Yeah, he had to fill in all the gaps with frog DNA. You remember that? Jurassic Park, wherever there was all those little gaps that was missing.
Yes, I
the
love
dinosaur
frog
DNA.
DNA. Yeah.
It was frog
was
DNA.
frog DNA.
Totally frog.
But the results are sharp. They look good. And this is on like a soundproofing that you printed.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
printed on.
that's
It's
not
printed on these
metal.
polyester panels.
Mm-hmm.
It works good. It keeps the sound inside, which is the idea.
But I use Topaz software, so that works great for enlarging photos, which is what I did with that, and it added some detail back in.
So do you have a good time at the Monarch?
Yeah.
You've been here since day one.
Yep.
You're OG.
I know. I was the third one to come in here. I think
Yeah.
it was you guys and Ksenia,
We were pretty.
and then I think I was the next one.
Yeah. We hung out actually outside about a year before they opened.
Yeah.
Just waited in line.
That's true.
We did the van sessions outside about a year before they even opened the doors. Anyway.
Yeah. Austin, I love having you as a neighbor because I can hear everything you say.
Oh, really?
Let's just say we know everything.
Everything.
I like that intern. He, I'm sure, knows everything as well.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, we do have a little bit of sound protection with this trailer, but I don't know.
So you're in Studio 3, and then you also somewhat recently got into Studio, what's the other number?
40.
Studio 40. Now, why did you also, you needed more room to, to
I
spread
needed
your
more.
wings?
Yeah, I needed more space. Exactly. I mean, having two units side by side like you guys have here, this is a good amount of space. I had one unit, but my equipment that I have, I can't move it. I've got a big 3,000-pound heat press. I just can't move right now, so I grabbed another one over on the other side.
To show more.
Yeah, just to basically just have a place to show.
And you're sharing that space with someone?
Yeah, Michelle Phelps from Mandrew's Art.
Why didn't you tell Steven to go over there and then you
Kick
just
Steven out?
then
I
you
tried to
double
kick
wide?
I tried to kick Steven out. He was so pissed. He was like, "I'm not leaving.
That's unit 4. I mean, it's fair.
I sell art and art accessories."
It's fair that he didn't want.
I love
40.
Steven.
No, I love Steven
Yeah.
too. He's awesome.
We would have had to move everybody down one.
Yeah,
That
no,
would
I
have been
wasn't
the whole
even.
thing.
No, no.
You
no.
show up at a movie and
He-
you're like, can everybody just bump?
He
Yeah,
like
right.
logoed his window. Like he
It's done.
screen
Yeah.
he like screen printed on his window. So
Yeah,
he's
he's
not
there.
He's not going in.
Oh God. Okay.
So
All
you
right.
did find additional space, and so
Yeah, exactly.
you're able to show your work a little bit easier.
Exactly. Share the love, just all over the place.
Nice. Well, you're a great neighbor.
Oh, thank you. You guys are the best.
The beer cooler's always open as long as you shut the
Damn.
goddamn door. Yeah. Exactly. Do we ask too much? No, we don't.
No, we don't.
Pretty simple.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you for having me.
Any more time to fill there, Brandon? How
I
we
got like a story.
What do you got?
Used gear is a bandwagon thing now, so let's throw this up.
What's that mean? Used gear is in.
Yeah, used gear is in. The basics of brand-controlled used gear sales are fairly straightforward. Companies either work through a service platform like Trove, which helps brands sort, repair, and resell products, or they use peer-to-peer software like Recurate, which integrates into their online stores. In other words, you can buy and sell used gear, and more shops are doing this, according to Outside Magazine, and that is cool as well.
They should. Gear is built to last now.
Yeah,
I mean, if you
Why not?
get something that can last, obviously.
right.
But it makes perfect sense that if you're done with it,
Let somebody else use it.
pass it on to the next.
Yeah. You know what I haven't done for a while is My Lands segment. And do you know why we call it My Lands segment?
I do. That's
Yeah.
grandma's phrase, which I can't
My-
believe after all this time. You need to record her saying that.
That's true. My lands.
My
My grandma
lands.
says, "Oh, my lands," and so my lands is our environmental segment of the podcast. So the story here is that. Oops, where's my? Come here, internet. There we go. A mass swarm of dead fish in Atlantic prompts a French inquiry. This image is amazing, and let's see if I can make this biggity big.
If you're listening at home, just kind of squint a little bit.
Well, I want Austin to see this photo because, so I don't know if you can see that, Austin, there over there, but this is what that. I mean, it looks like a cool photo, whatever, but it's just a bunch of dead fish is all it is. But you wouldn't know because it's. I mean, just look. It looks like a pattern.
It looks like a lot of dead fish.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like a
that's
lot.
like a lot.
It's a lot of dead fish, is what it is. It's just not good. So, what's the story? France's maritime minister has maritime, whatever. Depends on how much
Merry time.
he's been drinking that day.
You're having a good
Has
time.
ordered an investigation into a possible violation of fishing practices after an environmental group released video and photos of a massive swarm of dead fish released by a huge trawler in the Atlantic Ocean off France. The images by the group Sea Shepherd, you might know them, they're sort of famous. They were chasing they had the show on whales and chasing whales.
I've seen them.
Yeah, show a blanket of dead blue whiting, whiting whiting fish, floating on the surface of the Bay of Biscay off the coast of the southwest of France. The group estimates it had about 100,000 dead fish. Struck by the shocking images, French maritime minister Annick, whatever his last name is, Girardin, tweeted Friday that it's a female. Annick Girardin tweeted Friday that she ordered the National Center for Fishing Surveillance to investigate what had happened. They're freaking out. So such an accident is a rare occurrence, and in this case was caused by the unexpected large sizes of the fish caught, it said. So the trawler had adapted its practices to deal with the exceptional size of the fish currently in the area concerned. Sea Shepherd questioned whether it was an accident or an intentional dump of unwanted fish. The group was calling for more policies of the seas to protect sea life and oceans. Yeah, because you can't just be killing that many damn fish. But anyway, they say it's an accident. Well, whatever. The AP, so the Associated Press.
Fish
I'll tell
are
you
dead now.
May they be haunted by at least a few dead fish dreams.
I hope so. At least the smell of dead fish.
I wish that on them right now. That's a lot of dead fish.
There's a lot of fish. Race is on to save the Great Salt Lake. Will it be enough? And so I have it on my notes to reach out to Leah Larson. So, but this is a national story because it's the AP. The largest natural lake west of the Mississippi is shrinking past its lowest levels in recorded history, raising fears about toxic dust, ecological collapse, and economic consequences. But the Great Salt Lake may have some new allies, conservative Republican lawmakers. Well, that's interesting. The new burst of energy from the GOP-dominated state government comes after the lake levels recently hit a low point during a regional mega drought. Is that what we're in? Are we in a mega drought right now?
Yes, we're in a mega drought.
Oh, okay.
This is not a new thing. I'm so glad that everybody's on board like way after the fact.
Yeah. Worsened by climate change, water has been diverted away from the lake for years, though, to supply homes and crops in Utah, the nation's fastest growing state, which is true, and our house prices will prove it, is also one of the driest, with some of the highest domestic water use, because we can just shower for hours.
Oh, yeah. New homes don't require water. That's the best part.
Well, they're not even building them fast enough. This year,
I've got miles and miles of lawn, green lawn.
green, all green.
It's
A
all
big
green.
investment in the lake that's long been an afterthought, with Governor Spencer Cox proposing spending $46 million and the powerful House Speaker throwing his weight behind the issue. But some worry that the ideas advancing so far at the state legislature don't go far enough to halt the slow-motion ecological disaster. Now, Todd, we have a friend who's reporting on this, Leah Larson, from the beginning of time. The beginning of time, her time as a reporter. She's been doing good work on this. She did a whole series for it. So we should invite her in. What do you say?
Yeah, it's time.
Yeah, it's time. Okay.
Yeah, and let's get her in a room with the governor. That'd be great. I'd like that too.
If the lake dries up, what do we say?
Does that have
Great
something to do with the powder?
salt dust
Yeah.
or something? Great
Oh, yeah, we got to change the name, right?
Salt Dust City.
Salt Dust City.
It's got a ring.
To be honest, I
to it.
don't hate the name, but that's another. But
I
also,
hate that name. I really like the name we have now.
okay.
Well, I
Also,
appreciate that something is being done.
Also, I want to say that I think that, and this I'm just throwing it out there, if we let the lake shrink to dust, does that mean that, so we wouldn't have lake effect snow, but would we have better snow? Because it'd be drier snow in the mountains, and we'd have the nicest POW. It's probably
Probably
worth it.
not. Probably not.
I think it's a complicated ecosystem that has been in effect for a long, long, long time, and so it would just be different. So I don't know what different means.
Yeah, I don't know either. I just totally made that
I
up.
think we
have
need to
no
reach
idea.
out to Leah, though. That's a big issue. That's
It
like
is.
the issue.
Get the expert here.
Yeah, that's a big, big issue. I appreciate you bringing that up.
Yeah,
Thanks.
for sure. Quote of the week. People show off to fill a void. What? Maxime Lagacé.
People show off to fill a
To
void.
fill a void. Thank you to Banyan One for powering today's 384th episode of the Ogden Outdoor Adventure Show. Listen and subscribe to the Banyan Collective on YouTube. Actually, you should listen and subscribe on YouTube. We're way more fun in person. Look for us on Facebook, Instagram, Apple Podcasts. I should say when you could see us, you know,
Or you
Yeah.
come hang out.
or come hang out. The studio's open during showtime.
It's pretty much
so
the same time each week. Yeah.
come hang out. We'll say, hey, here's a beer.
I'm Case. And
Now
Bruce.
close the beer fridge.
Close the beer fridge. Yeah, that's true. We're also on Spotify, thebanyancollective.com, and the Podbean app for Android and iPhones. All the show notes with links are available at thebanyancollective.com. So the stories we talked about, I try to link those. So if you'd like to learn more, go back to those later. Go to thebanyancollective.com, click on Ogden Outdoor Adventure. That's the blog. It has all the links. It takes you right to the story, the show, whatever they're worth watching. Everything we had, it's all there. DM us on Instagram at Ogden Adventure if you have any feedback, questions, just want to chat.
Oh, can I wish a congrats
Please.
to you and I guess to some degree to us. And so just recently, this past Friday, our Van Sessions podcast and live music series celebrated 6-year anniversary.
Good point.
And so congrats on that. So happy anniversary, Brandon.
I should have pulled up our first. We leave with the Vans. We exit this podcast with a Van Sessions, but I should have pulled up
OG
something
Van
from.
Session.
Yeah, I should have pulled up the first
No,
day one.
Maybe
but
I'll
I
bring
didn't
this up again as well. So
Think about that.
So anyone in Ogden that appreciates local, and I know that we support local in everything that we do, 6 years. And this show, even longer.
Much longer. Double time.
12 years?
Yeah.
12 years. Outdoor adventure podcasting. Holy
No, 10.
smokes.
10. No, 12. 2010.
2010.
12 years.
12 years.
God, do the math, Brandon.
I'm trying to do it for you. You don't even have to do it. Anyway, thank you for listening.
Thanks, Austin, for joining
guys
us
are
today. Oh my gosh, this is so fun to have. The lights just went out on Austin, so it's party's over.
It's over.
Party's over. Here we
Do I
go.
still
You
get
don't have to
beer?
go
Do I still
home,
get
but
beer, or is that done?
The lights are, it's like you're done.
Oh God.
It's
Okay.
like we got played out. We just got played out.
Yeah, that was. I haven't even pushed the button yet.
Rolled right out of the door.
This week's Outdoor
okay.
Jukebox triggers and slips as heard on Van Sessions. Let this play and be a thing. As John Muir would say, the mountains are calling and we must go. And this is triggers and slips on Van Sessions.
So let's go. These guys are so good.